but they're all from the same sort of era, give or take tuppence. So we're down here on the beach in the main pick. You'll understand there's an insert taken from the top of the nest, but down here for the main pick, where you can see Spray Point and the cliffs in the background. Here you go, visit Teignmouth. Right, so that was picture number 1 in our sequence of 4. Either taking a picture along the prom and the road, or just sat up there and drawn it, painted it, I don't know. Picture number 2, visit Teignmouth. So there we go, that's from what was the hotel there. Looking down along, nest in the background, lovely. Visit Teignmouth. The next number 3 in the sequence, visit Teignmouth by train. Artist impression down on the beach there with the nest in the background. It's suggesting you should come to Teignmouth and have a midnight swim with the moon at the end of the nest. There we go, here. And I kind of remember when the nest used to be lit up like that. I'm not saying it's not lit at all these days, but I'll be honest, I haven't been down here for so long at night, I wouldn't know. But I do remember how it looks in that picture as being how it used to look when I was a lot younger. Now, pick number 4. This would have been from the perspective of the top of the nest. And to be honest with you, it's my favourite of all 4. It's the one that would inspire me to want to come and visit Teignmouth by train. I think it's a lovely artwork. Almost hang that on your wall. Very 50s vibe about it. Without further ado, here you go. Like I say, that one was my favourite. Looking back at Teignmouth, certainly work out some recognisable areas and buildings. Which was your favourite? Let me know. Just down here at the end of the road from where the town hall was, that was bombed out in the war. Because I wanted to show you this mention here. I've mentioned it before, but it will come into play. Great Western Railway Air Services. And that's quite correct. They used to have an air service to Teignmouth from up on Holden, part of Great Western Railways, believe it or not, even though it was air. And I'm going to put up a couple of shots now of the information. You can pause it and read it if you want. And what I found interesting about that was the idea that you could go from Teignmouth to Cardiff in a plane for £3. And if you wanted to return, it was £5. And the planes held 6 people, and they offered a free bus service up to catch your plane. However, anyone that was going up to see you off and wasn't flying wasn't allowed on the bus. What I've got is a picture called Trade Advertising, Northumberland Place. That's all it says, no date, no nothing. Somewhere in Northumberland Place here. So I'll just show you the pic. I really can't work out exactly where it was, but it was somewhere here. So that was Trade Advertising in Northumberland Place. Not exact, no date, but this didn't used to be a car park, it used to be a little garden area. You can see in the picture the entrance to the gardens, where the entrance to the car park is now. I'm going to look along there. View from many years ago. Here you go. It's where that car park is now. You'll still see the edge of the building there, the Bella Vista in the corner. But here we go, this was the Esplanade Hotel for many years. A lot of people don't even know that used to be here, but it did. It was. Long gone now. Hello again. Bottom of Barn Park, right away to a then and now. Another one in that set of bridge pics. They just keep coming. Brilliant. There we go, another from 1970, I think, as we've established. Remember the Esplanade Hotel we looked at the other day? Here's another shot of it. Not quite so close this time, further up. Taken from, well, around here. Somewhere on this edge of the old seafront anyway. And you can see it up there in the distance, next to the Bella Vista. Here you go. So that's a shot of the seafront, as was with the Esplanade Hotel, still in place. And talking of old photos, as we like to do, as you know, here's the lifeboat from years gone by with horses. So again, no specific date for that, but they're using horses, so it's got to be fairly old. There's a war memorial. That was put up 1921. That was erected. Here's a picture of them unveiling it. There we go. 103 years ago. Smashing. Been able to work out the exact date on this from the picture, or from the back of the postcard, which you'll see. But I'd say, what is it, 40s, 50s? Something like that. Here we go, from around here, trying to line up the lighthouse and the net in the same place. Give or take tuppence. There we go. Don't know if you can make out what it says on the back of the postcard, but I gave it a go. Couldn't get a date though. So that was up here by the lighthouse many, many moons ago. Now, 1946, then and now. Yeah, that's right, 1946. Taken from roughly here, give or take tuppence. What's interesting in it is you'll see a signal that's no longer there by Skew Bridge, and the old railings, only two of them there now. Those ones there extend along almost to where I'm standing. Here you go. So that was 1946. A little bit different, but all good. And I believe that Janice in my comments was completely correct. Well done. You're quite right. That is it. I can tell from here without even getting the picture out. So what am I on about? Right, so I did a picture the other day. I said, I think it's over here. I don't think it is. Not sure. Blah, blah, blah. Long and short of it is, it wasn't. It was here. Let's just try and line up the photo. There we go, that was here, the Bohemian Band. You can see the top of the balcony there, that's in the picture. And of course the stonework on the, what was the bakery? That's right, but it's here. That's where that Bohemian Band was standing. Right by the old pet shop. Right here. So thanks Janice, spot on. Much appreciated. 60s. Very similar. Obviously the big chimney's gone off the roof. But that post there to the right of the door in the background, that's still there. Here we go, in the 60s. Certainly changed, hasn't it? Certainly changed. So I lost some footage. So this is the Coombe farmhouse from 1907 that I was trying to show you in present day. And here's a picture of it from Google Street View. And I say my friend used to live there, Andy. You're possibly watching this, I know he subscribes. And that little place there, that's where we used to mend bikes and that and stuff, and underneath it was quite cool. Spent a lot of time up here, but I lost all this footage. It's so annoying. I popped in next door as well to the Coombe Valley Nature Reserve and showed you that bit, but that's all gone. Can't find it anywhere. It's not even on the phone. Nightmare. Never mind. Time to do my next ending now. See the white houses in the distance, and ignore the trees, but you've got the white houses there as well. They go all the way up. That's the levels. Here's a picture of Coombe Farm where we just come from before the levels. How open it is. Here you go. Well, it wasn't quite that empty as I remember it. The levels were being built, but that's what it must have looked like a few years before I first knew about it. 1906 postcard now. If you see the wall there with those sort of arches in it up ahead, just there, that will come into it. Not the exact thing, obviously those flats aren't there. You can see St James's in the background. Anyway, 1906 postcard, included in the back. Here you go, Old Town Teignmouth. So I say that's about the closest I can get to it. 1906, Old Town Teignmouth. Lovely. Now is that doorway there. Scott Richards Solicitors now. When I was very, very young, that was Lloyd's Bank. What we're really looking at is the doorway with the archways and the two columns and the little window here at the side. Let me see if I can line him up. Won't be a million miles off. Say, note the doorway, note the archway. Teignmouth Liberals. Oh yes, date on photo. Liberals arise. Lovely. Not changed one bit. And there goes a little plane. Now, those of you who remember the other day, we were talking about planes, weren't we? About the air service, part of the railway people from up on Holden. Well, I've got another thing about it now. The RAS, not the RAF, but the RAS, and Rail Air Service. Here's an advert for them, picture of the 8-seater plane that you can expect to go on in the 1930s. And of interest to me was the telephone numbers down the bottom. If you had to ring somewhere big like Birmingham, you had to dial 4 digits and then use an extension. But if you wanted to call up Teignmouth, just 3 digits and no extension needed. Anyway, here's the picture with a little bit of information over the top. This is sent in by Jeffrey, who sent in the other ones. Thanks, Jeffrey, much appreciated. Railway Air Services, RAS, was a British airline formed in March 1934 by the big 4 railway companies, that's GWR, LMS, LNER and SR, along with Imperial Airways. The airline was a domestic airline operating routes in the United Kingdom and linking up with Imperial services.